Welcome to the Dodgers Blue News channel. Before the news, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now, let's get to the Dodgers news. Hey Dodgers fans, there's some hot news coming out of Los Angeles. The name on the radar right now is Gregory Soto, a lefty who could very well strengthen the bullpen on this journey toward the postseason. Like every team in Major League Baseball, the Dodgers are always watching the market for help on the mound. And with the amount of talent on this roster, even while dealing with some tough injuries, the expectation was that they would go after a replacement piece before the trade deadline. Now, with even more key players sidelined, it makes even more sense. This idea was proposed by Jason Frey from dodgersnation, and the goal is clear: trade with the Baltimore Orioles for Gregory Soto. And looking at the Orioles' situation, their season hasn't been great, sitting at 15 wins and 31 losses, already 12 games behind the division-leading New York Yankees in the AL East. Historically, the Dodgers don't always rely on the trade market to reinforce the bullpen. Everyone remembers how well things worked out last year with Michael Kopech, but as Andrew Friedman has pointed out before, relievers tend to be expensive at the deadline. The Dodgers often prefer betting on their ability to reclaim pitchers that other teams have given up on, or developing talent from within their own farm system and turning them into weapons for October. This time, Gregory Soto could be that interesting name. Just like Kiner Falefa and Thomas, he's in the final year of his contract and will hit free agency at the end of the season. Soto has had a solid year, though with some ups and downs. He's shown the ability to lock down games at times, but his career ERA of 4.27 probably says a lot about his overall consistency. The most intriguing part is that based on his numbers, it doesn't seem like the Dodgers would have to give up much to bring him in. This is definitely something to keep an eye on, because when you're chasing a deep playoff run, having more bullpen help is never a bad thing. For Gregory Soto, wearing the Dodgers uniform would represent a significant change in both his career and competitive environment. Leaving a team like the Baltimore Orioles, who are currently struggling, to join one of the most talented and well-structured organizations in Major League Baseball is, above all, an opportunity to showcase his value at a much higher level. Playing for the Dodgers means working daily in an environment known for getting the absolute best out of its players. Everything changes here. There is a culture of excellence where every detail matters, from physical preparation to data analysis, game strategy, and technical development. It's no secret that the Dodgers have one of the best development and analytics teams in MLB, something that has already transformed the careers of many players who arrived with inconsistent performances and, after some adjustments, became key pieces. For a pitcher like Soto, with a powerful left-handed arm and an interesting pitch mix, joining Los Angeles would mean working with specialized coaches who could help improve both his control and his consistency. His fastball, which already touches 98 or 99 miles per hour, could become even more effective with adjustments in command and pitch sequencing. The Dodgers are masters of this kind of fine-tuning, whether it's tweaking attack angles, improving deception against hitters, or modifying pitch usage in critical situations. There's also the competitive factor. Soto would be leaving an environment where wins are scarce and pressure is different, to play for a franchise that steps onto the field every day thinking about championships. That changes a player's mentality. Playing in high-stakes games, facing powerful lineups, and being at the center of the baseball world all contribute to a player's growth. The opportunity to play in October, under the playoff lights, is where big careers are built. Another key point is how the Dodgers manage their rotation and bullpen with a highly strategic approach. Soto, who was sometimes used in Baltimore in situations that didn't always play to his strengths, would now be deployed in much more calculated scenarios, entering games when his skill set is maximized. This would absolutely help lower his ERA and increase his efficiency on the mound. Inside the clubhouse, the impact is also real. The Dodgers have an experienced roster with leaders like Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Clayton Kershaw. There's a culture of mutual support, where veterans mentor younger players, and everyone buys into the idea that the team comes before any individual goals. For Soto, this would be an ideal environment to grow as a player while becoming part of a group that holds itself accountable but also lifts each other up during both wins and tough moments. Off the field, playing in Los Angeles means being under the spotlight, with a passionate fan base, packed stadiums, intense media attention, and the chance to build a much bigger profile both on and off the field. It opens doors not just in baseball, but also in terms of career visibility and future opportunities. At the end of the day, for Gregory Soto, moving from Baltimore to Los Angeles wouldn't just be a change of teams. It would be a step up. It's the chance to be part of one of MLB's premier organizations, to compete at the highest level, and maybe write his name into the history of a franchise that always plays to win. Having Gregory Soto on the Dodgers roster would mean adding a player with very specific and valuable skills for any team looking for consistency and depth in the bullpen. We're talking about a left-handed pitcher with a heavy fastball that regularly touches 98 to 99 miles per hour, something that is always welcome in any bullpen, especially when facing tough lineups late in games. For the Dodgers, Soto would bring an intriguing mix of power and versatility. He's not a traditional closer, the kind who comes in only for the ninth inning, but he's exactly the type of reliever who can be called upon in critical moments, especially when left-handed hitters are coming up, or even in high-pressure situations in the 7th or 8th inning. This kind of pitcher has a lot of value in the Dodgers system, which loves to build a balanced bullpen where every pitcher has a clear role, but also the flexibility to adapt as the game demands. The Dodgers are a team that historically values depth. In that context, Soto fits perfectly. He wouldn't need to be the bullpen's ultimate solution, but rather another weapon in the arsenal. Someone who can share responsibilities with guys like Evan Phillips, Buster Gratterall, Joe Kelly, and Michael Kopech, creating the kind of bullpen that doesn't rely on one single name, but instead on a collective that's highly efficient. There's more. One of the Dodgers' trademarks in recent years is their ability to take players who have shown flashes of good performance elsewhere, but haven't reached their full potential, and turn them into essential pieces. This has happened with relievers, starters, and position players, and it's exactly the kind of scenario that could unfold with Soto. The organization has the tools, the technology, the coaching staff, and the right environment to make adjustments, whether it's improving zone command, refining breaking pitches, or even tweaking mechanical elements that can make a huge difference in consistency and performance. Soto would also bring something the current Dodgers bullpen could really use: impactful left-handed presence. Having a hard-throwing lefty is crucial when planning matchups against specific opponents. Not every bullpen can handle lineups like the Braves, Phillies, or Yankees come October. Adding another arm like this gives manager Dave Roberts more freedom to manage matchups inning by inning, batter by batter. Beyond the technical side, there's the calendar factor. The MLB season is long, 162 games. Injuries happen, fatigue piles up, and having real depth in the bullpen is often the difference between a team that arrives healthy in the playoffs and one that collapses in September. Soto would be another piece to balance the workload, share responsibilities, and allow other arms in the bullpen to be managed more effectively throughout the season. And of course, thinking about the postseason, where every detail matters and games are often decided by the bullpen rather than the starting rotation, having someone like Gregory Soto could be that silent difference maker. The kind of player who doesn't always grab headlines, but makes all the difference when it comes to closing out tight games, getting out of bases-loaded jams, or neutralizing the opponent's best hitters. At the end of the day, for a team like the Dodgers that plays to win it all every year, adding a pitcher like Gregory Soto isn't just about strengthening the roster. It's about investing in stability, versatility, and the ability to handle any scenario, against any opponent, in any stadium. Dodgers fans can expect that if Gregory Soto does end up coming to Los Angeles, he brings exactly the kind of profile that helps raise the team's level in those little areas that make a big difference over the course of a season. This isn't the type of signing meant to be a star, but rather the kind that, looking back, everyone realizes was crucial. Fans can also expect that within the Dodgers system, Soto has a huge opportunity to improve. We've seen this story before. Players who arrived with questions about their consistency and, after some fine-tuning from the coaching staff, became extremely reliable. If the Dodgers can improve his command, which has been the biggest question mark in Soto's career, he could fit right in as a very efficient piece, capable of being decisive both in the regular season and in October. There's also that indirect impact that doesn't always show up right away. With Soto in the bullpen, Other arms can be managed better, rotated more, and protected from overuse, especially important in a long season full of travel. This ultimately means a healthier, more physically and mentally prepared team heading into the playoffs. And of course, fans can expect the Dodgers to do what they do best: transform players. If he arrives, it's because there's confidence that they can help him reach his potential. It's a move that reinforces not only the present, but also the organization's mindset of never standing still, always looking to improve, always tweaking the roster to be ready to compete until the very end. So what you can expect is simple: a reinforcement that comes in to add value, to strengthen the path toward the playoffs, and most importantly, to be ready for those moments when every little detail matters. Because in Los Angeles, every move is made with October in mind, and Gregory Soto could easily be one of those names that helps make the difference. If used correctly and adjusted properly, Soto can be the guy who steps up in October, faces the right hitter at the right time, and makes the difference in a crucial game. For a team that plays to win championships, this is exactly what's needed: more options, more stability, and more adaptability when it matters most. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think? Do you believe he can really make a difference in the bullpen and be an important piece on the road to the postseason? Drop your opinions in the comments. See you next time, Dodgers Nation.